Welcome everyone to the Tweek and Kai Show. I'm Tweek, that's Kai. I pour it, he puffs it, and we predict it. My friend, it is good to see you as always, especially on this Friday evening after a nice, fresh Mariners W. Now making it officially the furthest the Mariners have ever made it in their franchise history in the postseason. So maybe this is the year they finally get that fourth win and they play the Dodgers in the World Series. So I can't wait for that. We'll see what happens. But the bigger question is how's your weekend going?
My weekend's going pretty good. We're even in sports betting, but we had an absolute hammer hit today. Absolute hammer hit. But then we lost basically our winnings for the day on that extra little hockey. But fuck, hockey, I'm a fan. They're tough. It's a tough sport. NFL, NBA, it's just kind of boring to watch, and a lot of it's really slow. Hockey, there's elbows, they try to hurt each other. Love it. So big fan of hockey, big fan of betting hockey. But yeah, we're doing great. Poor Puff predict. Hell yeah, this is my second time live today.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a late bloomer myself when it comes to hockey, and I tell you what, I'm such a late bloomer. If you got something to rattle off while I disappear from screen, we can be twinsies if we want to. So look, Mike, you got quite the dapper hockey jersey on, don't you, there right now?
Absolutely. I could definitely do this. Shout out to, let me stand up actually. Shout out to Duct Tape Dynasty, their podcast. They sent me this.
Oh. Beautiful.
King Kai 145 hockey jersey. Yeah, let's do a hockey episode. We'll do a 3P hockey parlay if you'd like.
Yeah.
Little
this episode or wait for the next one, or I can do a wardrobe change real quick. It's all
you can do a wardrobe whoa. I can't say wardrobe change. Holy shit. I struggled to say that. Oh my God, it's happening. Holy fuck, it's happening. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I can entertain the masses.
Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. A wise person once said, yep, in my white tee.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think I got to do it. We're
going to do the hockey. Tweek will be right back.
Kai, Porty Puff said we predict this. Good night, everyone.
Oh, no. Put it back on Kai. Put it back on Kai. No, it's not putting it back on Kai. Holy moly. Whoa. I messed it up. Whoa. I'm going to leave it at that. Well, anyway, might as well tell you guys the bet I had land earlier. It was the Detroit Red Wings, Washington Capitals, plus 128. Detroit Red Wings got the W. Washington Capitals minus 128 got the W. $40 turned to $162. That was a good one. That one hit. And then this absolute heartbreaker right here. We have a unsettled one. Well, it's unsettled because there's a football game going, but it did lose. The Chicago Blackhawks lost 3-2 in overtime. Great freaking game. Utah Mammoth. It was 3-6. Utah Mammoth got the job done. And then the Utah State Aggies are now, nice, actually losing 25-24. Like I said, doesn't matter. This one wouldn't hit anyway, but the Aggies were ahead. So that one was going to be 25 for 25. It was a dead even parlay. And yeah, and it looks like Tweek is back in the background, giving us a change. He is getting his jersey on.
Get the jersey on. Now it's game on. As well as fueling up with a few slices.
Oh, you guys are at it. Shout out to Sing Contracting. He is getting a bare knuckle fight December 13th, same night as
right there.
Dakota. We're going to discuss that here in a little bit, but shout out to Sing Contracting, huge sponsor, King Kai. And now, Tweek is back.
Heck yeah. Representing the Great
Nice.
Falls Americans. A big shout out to Kelly Palladino for gifting us with jersey, as well as a bunch of other Great Falls American aesthetics and all that. That was our engagement gift for Austin and I about 2 years ago. So can't wait. Looking good, looking dapper as always. So I think I'm ready to go. You ready to lay down some bets or what?
Yes, sir. I am
We're gonna start off with the ticket. Or we just want to ease in with the slate.
You should ease in with the slate since I've already given the masses something to listen to.
There you go. Can't argue that.
While he does the slate, I will dip in whenever I can. I am gonna see where I can find some bare knuckle odds because bare knuckle is back for BKFC Hammond, but that will come after the slate.
The slate will come after that swig. Well, here we go. Starting off once again, we are across the pond at Jaguar Stadium. That's the kind of the joke because Jacksonville was one of the first teams to kind of consistently go over across the pond. So we got the Rams visiting the Jags, and I'm telling you what, given the fact that's their second home away from home, once again, they're the underdog in this game. I tell you what, I think I'm gonna go with the Jags. I don't know. Something feels off with this one, especially with the Rams not having Puka Nacua. He's sitting out yet again this week, I believe. So is what the reports were saying. And I don't know, even if he were in, I don't know how effective he would be because I don't know, that injury was that, it wasn't that unserious-ish, but I think serious enough to where he might be held out in this one. And it seemed like the Rams were traveling a little bit late too, so they got there a little later. And I'm not sure how well they'll settle on with that jet lag. But again, they're professionals. They know, prep with their bodies respectfully. So, but nonetheless, I don't think it's enough for them to beat the Jags. So give me the Jags on that one. Next one, we got Raiders at the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. Apparently, Chiefs are back. Just took them the month of September. Some teams are like that. They're a little late bloomers, no matter how, poorly or well run they are. Sometimes September isn't their month, right? So, but I think even though it's a division rival game, I think Kansas City wins this one. Dolphins at the Browns. This one's just going to be ugly. And I tell you what, a lot of the experts are even picking the Browns just because of how unfortunate the weather might be. I don't know how cold it's going to be, but there's going to be big gusts, like up to 50, 60 miles an hour. And it's with the way the Dolphins have looked and with the turmoil they're going through. I mean, who knows? I don't know if you can compare it to the Browns turmoil, but a clash of teams near the bottom. I guess you're gonna go with the home team, so give me the Browns on that one. Next one, Patriots at the Titans. Definitely going with the Patriots on that one. Quote unquote a revenge game for Mike Vrabel. And with Titans aren't looking good as I thought how good they were. Which I didn't say that they were good. I would say, if anything, at most, like the defense was okay. But, Titans are just simply not that good. And I know they fired their head coach. They're going to get an interim coach. Maybe there's a new vibe, new energy, and I know they're home. I don't think it's quite enough for them to beat the Patriots. So give me that Patriots on that one. Panthers at the Jets. Panthers are winless on the road. The Jets are winless at home. Something's got to give, I guess. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Give me the Panthers. I mean, that's just a coin flip game. I'm not going to be surprised either way, but the Jets have yet to show that they can win. Clearly, that's why they haven't won a game yet. And quite frankly, last week they had a chance to win that game. Like, it's a pretty decent Broncos team. They just figured out a way not to win it. And I'm telling you, don't think they get it against the Panthers. I think the Panthers at least have kind of started getting that ball rolling for themselves. They could be 4-3 after this week, which I mean, who kind of saw that coming? I don't know. Next, we got the Saints, the Bears. I think the Bears keep it rolling on that heater and end up getting get that W. I know they're on a shorter week ish compared to the Saints, but the Saints outside of their dome, I don't know how well they're going to do. So I don't think it's well enough for them to beat the Bears. Next, we have the Eagles at the Vikings. Telling you, this one's going to be definitely an interesting one. I think overall betting wise, I just not wanting to bet on this one. But I guess if I'm going to do the money line, I think I'm going to go with the Eagles. And I think if I remember correctly, the Vikings maybe be off a bye, but Eagles are off a few more days rest since they played that Thursday night game. And since it was ugly, I think they figure out a way to bounce back and at least make this competitive. With the Vikings, I don't know who's starting with either Wentz or maybe J.J. McCarthy is finally healthy enough. I don't know. There's weird vibes about this game, but I guess if anything, I'm going to pick the Eagles to did I say Eagles or did I say Vikings? No, I think I said Eagles at first. I wouldn't be surprised either way if I'm going to coin flip it, but I think I'm just going to go with the Eagles on that one. Colts Chargers. Another great and interesting one because who saw the Colts being 5-1 and honestly could be 6-0 right now had it not been that Rams game debacle for them. Chargers are starting to get a little more healthy. They get one of their key linemen back and one of their star running backs back, as well as I think Khalil Mack might be playing back in this game. So the defense should be just a tad bit more stout. So with all that said, I think I'm going to go with the Chargers. Again, coin flip game. I wouldn't be surprised either way, but yeah, to twist my arm one way or the other, I'm going to go with the Chargers since they're home. Giants and Broncos, pretty simple one. I'm going with the Broncos on that one. I know
Broncos.
Go the Broncos. I mean, they just get back from a big long trip. All right, they're actually home now. Giants apparently haven't won a game on the road yet. And quite frankly, if I remember correctly, that performance on the road with Jackson Dart wasn't really that pretty. And against probably a defense that was less talented than the Broncos. So, obviously NFL math never adds up. With that said, you'd think that maybe he's going to have a little bit of a rougher go, right?
Well, and also you got to factor in that elevation,
Elevation. Who knows?
Elevation's a real thing.
Exactly. It's all, but like I said, even with that all included too. Yeah, I think I remember the Broncos on that one. Next time we get the Packers at the Cardinals. I think I'm going to go with the Packers on that one. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals end up keeping this thing interesting. Clearly, when they want to play tough, they can play tough. Clearly, that's why they went on the road and played a decent game against the Colts. But I'm not sure who's going to be starting the QB. I don't know if they're going to rest Kyler Murray another week or they're going to give him a go. But either way, with the Cardinals being at home, I wouldn't be surprised if this one's close, but I don't know if it's good enough to end up beating the Packers. So give me the Packers winning on that one. Next one, Commanders at the Cowboys. Division rivalry game. This one's probably going to light up scoreboard a lot. So if you got someone in fantasy football on either one of those offenses, go ahead and throw them in. I think you're going to get a decent amount of points. Normally this is where I put Terry McLaurin in, but apparently Terry McLaurin is going to be sitting out yet another week due to that quad injury.
I've not looked at fantasy, and so far I'm not fucked, so that's good.
Yes,
that's good. There's going to have to be no
yeah, that's a whole different conversation.
Unless if Mike Evans doesn't play, I'm fucked. So we'll see.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't, because if I remember correctly, their bye week is after this week. So I could see them resting him, but
off. They have another injury. They're weak at wide receiver right now, and Baker Mayfield needs to cook. So
So supposedly, by the way, he's got Mike Evans has 860 yards to eclipse a 1,000-yard season, and it has to do so in 11 games. I mean, as you see, when it came to the end of the year, they tried getting him to do so. I wouldn't be surprised if somehow, assuming he stays healthy, you know, where's the wood? There we go. There's some wood right there. Hopefully he stays healthy. Don't I actually have him in one of my leagues too, Mike Evans. So it would be so cool for him to
come back and save the day and then get like a 40 fucking point game. Just wait, they're playing the Seahawks, aren't they?
No, that was 2 weeks ago, which they snuck that W on the road.
Yeah. My bad. Whoa. Brain fart.
Yeah, that's all right.
So many sports going on.
Sports ball. But it's all good. And then here we go. Sunday night, we got the Falcons visiting the Niners, and it seemed like the line was up almost like 3.5, 2.5 for the Niners, and now it's dropped to like 1.5. But much as I hate to say this, I'm not going to be surprised if the Niners end up winning this one. With the way the Falcons have played off their bye, they played pretty well, and Bijan Robinson, they're doing excellent for them. There's no doubt about it. They are on the road, away from the dome. I mean, I think the weather's still going to be great there down in Southern Cal. I think they're Southern California, right? Technically, but
yeah.
In California, where it's probably not going to be shitty weather, right? It's going to be still pretty decent weather. Maybe a couple little breezes and wind gusts. Maybe. I mean, I don't know the actual weather report down there on that. But I still think, as much as I hate to say it, I think Niners end up figuring out a way. Get W, especially with how last week went for them. So, should be an interesting one. So, get Niners on that one. So once again, we're going to recap. We have the Jags, we have the Chiefs, we have the Browns, the Patriots, the Panthers, the Bears, the Eagles, the Chargers, the Broncos, the Packers, the Cowboys, and the Niners to complete that Sunday slate. So,
and scene,
exactly. I think what I'm going to try to start doing is probably putting a courtesy like $5, just do like a morning slate and an afternoon slate, and see how those do.
Anything that we can really do to, get more content. I know that it sucks that to make money, you got to spend money, unfortunately.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think we're squeezing in more than that. I just keep playing my winnings. And then every time that I, if I can get too confident, I just go, okay. Back to betting the fucking -500s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, speaking of betting big favorites tonight, if you did that would have been good for you for college purposes. Apparently, Louisville beat Miami and VU, and old Minnesota ended up beating ranked Nebraska. So, that probably would have been a nice little 2-pick for the Dogs there.
Oh fuck. College football. I think. Oh my god, is that the final? Oh my god. What was the final? I just want to see. Okay, it's 6:54. 6:56 left. They're down 24-25. The Aggies. I already lost the parlay, but we'll see if that leg can win it. But while they keep playing, I'm gonna head right into BKFC Fight Night in Hammond, Indiana, right outside of Chicago. My boy Stevan Micic is out there. I'm wondering if he's going to go to the event tomorrow. So,
Stevie Mickey, yeah. They don't call him for all that. That's just out of left field.
Oh boy. So
he's still doing 100 push-ups a day, right?
Yeah. Who?
Stephen Micic. Remember I thought he was prepping, right? Doing
real.
grapple 100 knuckle push-ups.
Yeah, I do remember that video, and he called me a bitch. That was before I even met the guy.
Respectfully,
I was like,
of course,
Christ.
right?
I was like, Jesus, bro, fuck. Anyway, let's move on into this. BKFC Hammond, not a great undercard in terms of, I don't know them. Okay. I am very, very convinced that this is going to be another banger. I think that there hasn't been a bad BKFC card in a long time. Let me be like, bare knuckle is just straight to the action every single fight. So, with that said, let's just discuss the top three. The feature fight. Tyler Randall versus Nate Manis. Tyler Randall, 7-fight BKFC vet, is a plus 350 underdog against Nate Manis, former UFC vet. He is a minus 450 favorite. I do want to look Nate Manis up. Manis Tapology, because I'm pretty sure he went like 5-1 in the UFC or something like that. He went 5-2 in the UFC, and yeah, he was an absolute animal in there, and they cut him. So now he's in the BKFC. He got a quick little knockout once he got his feet wet. I think the first round was close, but super boring fight, and then second round came out. He found the stride, pop, 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 knocked the dude out. So give me Nate Manis, the minus 450 favorite on that one. Derek Finley versus Cameron Van Camp. This one's very interesting because Derek Finley at welterweight is a 5'6", okay, to Cameron Van Camp's 6'2". Cameron Van Camp is a dangerous minus 250 though. Both of them are 50-50 fighters. Derek Finley being a plus 210. I would love to see an underdog story. I absolutely hate the matchup. But I do think Cameron Van Camp is going to get the job done. And then that leads us to the main event, Bryce Henry versus Roderick Stewart. Roderick Stewart is a brawler. He has to make the fight dirty. And if he can do that, he can... he needs to show Bryce Henry something he hasn't seen, because Bryce Henry has literally absorbed like one significant strike in his career. He is an absolute animal. So with that being said, Bryce Henry, I'd bet your house on it. So yeah, 3-team parlay. The odds with Bryce Henry are minus 1,800. So the 3-team parlay is minus 124. You bet a crisp little 20, you get 16-12 in return. It's all about doubling, or in this case, almost doubling your money. I think that is a pretty safe 3-picker. However, bare knuckle is the most exciting sport in the world, so you literally never freaking know. Like I said, I would absolutely love to see Derek Finley come out there and swing. Cameron Van Camp, I believe, is jiu-jitsu, and Derek Finley does come from boxing, but 5'6", I believe 165 pounds is... That's tough. That's a tough, difficult spot to be in. So that wraps up that. Don't have too much more to say about this BKFC
card. A lot of rips
card.
to the body, probably.
Yeah, for real. You're looking up and down the card. Kerry Caprio plus 150 underdog. That is going to be the dog of the week. I know him. He's a friend of a friend. I do know that he trains hard, and we should see if he gets the job done. This is his debut. He's going against another debut. It's actually a 3-round fight. So a 3-round prelim. So yeah, we have Marisol Ruiz versus Brooke Evans, a female fight on the card. Bet the over on that one, which there's actually no over-under on these. It's all money line only.
Money line only, huh?
Yes, sir.
Straight up.
So yeah, that is my parlay for BKFC. I got nothing really else. I just know that Bryce Henry, he's a good dude, and his dad does the mouth guards, glass jaw mouth guards. I use them for all my fights. They're great, even though they were Team HD, they always kept it respectful, and he's a pretty respectful young guy, just like me. I believe he's 24 years old. So,
Yeah, there you go.
although he will not, nobody's gonna break that 22-year-old record in a long, long time, but he's definitely gonna be a young champion, and I think it's gonna happen very, very soon. So, shout out to him. Shout out to his first main event, and good luck for your first main event's always a fun one. So.
That was the guy you had a picture with, right? That
Yep,
you shared?
just shared it. Yep, he's out of Miami. He came up and fought Billy Wagner in
Yeah.
BKFC and on my title fight card.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, shit, man. What else? What else is going on in the Great Falls sphere? You said wrestling is going to be upon us soon, huh?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Basically, people have started making their schedules, including our team as well. And not only do I think the school is going to get one home meet, it possibly might get two. So I can't
Really?
wait for
That's
that one.
exciting.
Yes. So what I'm trying to do, so picture this: AA duels, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a dual tournament. So what are you going to have? A lot of first strings and maybe a couple second strings, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's not really much room. I know they have other side duels that happen with other teams, but really lots of ones and twos, right? Yeah. So what are the threes and fours doing? Right? I know they're there for support, and that makes sense. But you got some eager kids trying to get some mat time. Why don't you pop on over to the spa? Come on for a nice relaxing day at the spa. Right? A little grapple at the spa.
Little grapple.
Yeah. So I mean, why not? Hey, keep it minute rounds, even if it's one mat. And plus, they don't have to send everyone. It just they have to send people that are close to our kids' weights. Which having a small team, it's not that many kids, but you know, any mat time's good mat time, right?
Any mat time is great mat time. That is the absolute best thing that kids need to learn. You know, get out there, be tough, and have fun.
Yeah,
Like
and
it's all
clearly, I'm
about
obviously
wrestling.
not.
If you're not wrestling, like I the most fun part is actually wrestling. You know.
Yeah, and that's getting wrestling shape without wrestling into shape. And obviously, I'm not just saying you don't practice and you raw dog into it, but just the intensity of wrestling. It's that's what makes the sport beautiful and just so hard, but just so rewarding. It's just the training aspect of it in general. And that's how you get in wrestling shape. It's just wrestle.
You wrestle.
Right. I mean, don't get me
Absolutely.
wrong. I love my technique and all that stuff too, but ultimately, like, you gotta have a little bit of time, just let it go, let it flow, and wrestle. So I hope that kind of gets that ball rolling for sure. So our one team's already down. I have to try to sweet talk, a lot of the other AA teams to try to do that. I mean, they're probably already going to send a bus down. They're going to have plenty full of seats, right? So I don't see how that's a negative thing. I really think it's a win-win for everyone involved, right? They're already going to be in town for the weekend. Why not just send a couple extra over, right? Obviously, I'll start like a half hour, maybe hour later, but we'll probably get done at hour sooner because of how quick it's going to go. So, anyways.
Shout out Jack Casey. Says the stash is looking clean. Yes, that is Death Grip wax, Black Magic wax. We got Darian Robinson. He is a dog out of Colorado. I hope to get some working with him soon. I'm really actually looking forward to it. I'm trying to find a good weekend that'll work to go down and scrap with those guys at Size and MMA with Mike Sosnolovich. Yeah, it's all about getting challenges, and right now their team is absolutely tearing up the regional scene, and hopefully they punch their ticket to the big show very soon. And I think they can do it. I've been through their workouts. They're at that Colorado Springs elevation. They have some great wrestlers in there, and hopefully we can scrap it up soon because they're also little guys from 125 and Darian dabbles at 45, 55, everything like that. So there's some tough professional competition up and down the weight class. So then we got Danny Hilton tuning in. Thank you guys. Continue to trickle in. Please like, comment, and share. It helps the show out, helps me out, and it could help make you some money. So stay tuned. We have some hockey for tomorrow, and I think we should do a 3P parlay for hockey. I would love to keep it at 2 picks just for today. Maybe next week we can do a 3 picker.
Yeah.
But let's try to see what we can do and put this up. Yes, Tweek.
Are we going to have this a pick for Saturday's games or Sunday's games?
Let's do it doesn't really work like that, does it?
I mean, you pick them how they pick, because some of the it's kind of like with baseball, and same with basketball too. Like they'll have basketball every night, hockey every night, baseball every night, but a lot of teams kind of like go every other night, kind of thing. So, like there will be hockey, but maybe like a lot of the like Western Conference teams versus the Eastern Conference teams will be opposite, respectfully. This is what I've noticed. So,
from
clicking and clacking.
Yeah, I'm trying to get everything set down in just a quick list. We should do an evening game tomorrow because I will clip this parlay and let it run. But let's do tomorrow so we have some updated info.
Yeah, and while we look that up, anyone else in the comments saying hi and hello?
Not currently. We got people tuning in at the Kai Stewart YouTube page. We got people on the Poor Puff Predict page. Thank you guys for tuning in. Means a lot to us. We're absolutely loving it. I love this podcast. We're growing every week. The Aggies took the lead 27-25. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm trying to just pull the stats up. It's not like
you have a solid pick in mind for yours off the top of your head.
I don't. I was just gonna kind of go through and work through this since I guess you can actually do Tweeks 20. Let's bullshit through this whenever as our little rambling, to be honest.
All right.
You can go right into Tweeks 20. We just did
I'm glad we're honest and not lying, right?
Yeah, we can go in and babble at the end on this hockey, and then I'll get a couple things set up.
There we go. Perfect. Well, here we go. We're going to dive into what I'm going to bet on. We're going with Tweeks 20. And here we go. We're going to start across the pond. Like I said, it's especially with Puka Nacua out and that line hasn't changed. Give me the Jags plus 3.5. The Rams have been really weird. It's kind of weird that I picked the Rams to cover plus 7.5 against the Ravens, which they did. But at 17-3, for that final victory, I just didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be at least more like a 30-10 kind of competition, but I don't know. They've been really weird in the red zone. They've had a couple fumbles from their backs that didn't help out either. And then, of course, once again, I pointed out, but Puka Nacua being out. I know Devontae Adams is, a great old salty vet that could help Stafford there, but how much can he help him that much, lead him to cover the spread, let alone a victory? And especially with, trying to pick the Rams to cover a spread. I remember that happened that last time, but strange things happen across the pond. And I think it's strange enough the Jags at least cover that plus 3.5. Next one we're going to go to is the Bears minus 4.5. I think with the way they're on that heater and with how the Saints play on the road away from the dome, I don't know how the weather is going to be in Chicago, but I think with Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, I think they found that ebb and flow, and I think they end up covering that -4.5. Now, again, who knows? Maybe it's something crazy like the Saints are marching down the field. When the Saints go marching in. No, I'm just kidding. But Saints maybe marching, trying to score a late touchdown. They end up getting stopped at the goal line kind of thing, and they lose by 6 points. So maybe that's the prediction. I know the Bears will win. I think the Bears end up covering on that one. Next one I got the Giants and Broncos under 40.5. With that new rejuvenated energy there with New York, I think I wouldn't be surprised if that defense kind of plays a little bit more stout. And I know Bo Nix, as well as he played last year or near towards the end, again, towards the beginning of the year, he's been a little shaky-ish. But again, even though I know the Broncos will win, I think under that 40.5 is a good under the bet on there. With how stout the Broncos defense is too. Might be pretty much an ugly one, but I think they end up getting that one taken care of. Next, we got Packers, Cardinals. Packers are favored by -7.5. Pretty big margin on the road. They're a younger team. I think they'll still figure out a way to get the W, but with how the Cardinals played last week and now they're returning home, I think they got a little bit of boost of confidence there, enough probably to cover that spread. I kind of wouldn't be surprised if somehow Cardinals end up being ahead by like 1 or 2 points. Green Bay figures out a way to drive down late and score their touchdown, leaving minimal time for the Cardinals to try to end up getting their victory. So I think Cardinals do enough to cover that +7.5. And I think that's 4. And then last but not least, let's just go with a simple money line. Let's just go with Dallas. I think the big factor here is that Terry McLaurin, is just not playing yet again. And the fact that both defenses, they're just not good. That's why the line in general is at 54.5. And I was telling you, a lot of people are liking that over. So, again, you have offensive players for the Cowboys and the Commanders. You probably should have a good day. And especially with McLaurin out, with old Luke McCaffrey on the team, he's been getting some targets and been scoring some decent amount of points, him alone too. And old Bill, can't go wrong with old Bill on the Commanders, right? Yeah, I think this one's going to be a fun one. But I think the Cowboys figure out a way, especially since they're home, they figure out a way to get this W. So, once again, if you're tallying that, Tweaks 20, about 5 picks. Again, probably about $500. You'll probably win on that one. I don't know the specifics off the top of my head. This is where I really wish I should probably download that sports betting app so I can get actual specifics. Once again, we got Jags +3.5. We have Bears -4.5. We have the Broncos under 40.5. Cardinals +7.5. And quite frankly, Cowboys on the money line. So, and if you're looking for another sneaky bet, I'm telling you, just Cleveland -2.5. Why not? Throw in a courtesy 5 on that. You'll probably at least get something back. So, a lot of experts really liking the Browns in kind of every which way. So, yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm continuously
No, you're
looking
all
up
good. It was
stats and stuff.
definitely definitely a tougher 20 compared to last week. There are a lot of good lines, not great lines. And there's a lot of marquee matchups that just, as much as you'd want to bet on, like I think it's kind of better just like watch and enjoy kind of thing. Not that obviously we don't strive to be bold and want to make picks on that. With that said, I'm feeling really good about Tweaks 20 right there. So, man, even that Monday slate, Monday night doubleheader, oof, that's going to be a great one. I didn't even realize it was the Hawks playing against the Texans. like on Monday night. I thought it was just the Lions Bucks. I didn't realize it was a 2-game thing right there. So yeah, those Monday night games should be pretty interesting for sure. So
Record. Well, cool. I think it's time to head into hockey, and then we can hit
Hawaii.
hit an NFL on the way out. Hockey has been great. Hockey has been absolutely great this year. I am, like I said at the beginning, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of hockey. Can't get away from it. So I've been looking here, and we have some key. There's some key bets and lines that are kind of stumbling across the internet right now. The Senators money line at minus 146 against the Islanders. The Islanders lost their captain.
Ooh. No captain, my captain.
So that one is that's just a definite loss for the team. I believe that Ottawa is favored. So that one's a smarter one, quote unquote, with how the momentum is. They're 1-3 as well. The Islanders are. To the Senators, I actually need to look up the Senators record. I forgot. The Senators
2-3. Scored 4 points so far.
2-3.
Yeah, compared to the Islanders, have scored 2 points amongst 4 games at 1-3.
So yeah, that's a danger. That's almost like a little turd bowl going on. Everybody's saying the Maple Leafs versus the Krakens. Go Leafs. I hate betting against it. Yeah. I'm actually leaving that. I'm gonna leave that line completely alone because I'm definitely go Kraken. We will go to a Kraken game as 3P one day. We will make that shit happen. We got the Stars and the Blues. The Stars. Do you have any hockey lines that? Yeah, the Stars are favored. The Blues. I think the Blues faded me in one of my bets, which is why I want to which is why I want the Stars to win. The Stars are strong. They are coming off a loss, or unless they play today. Did the Stars play today?
That's a great question. They did not.
Okay. So they're coming off a loss and they got some rest. How about the Blues? NHL Blues.
I don't know. That's a great question.
The Blues are 2-2. The Stars are 3-1. The Stars have scored 6 to the Blues' 4. Yeah. They played October 17th, so no, they did not. I like the Stars on that one. Obviously, I do like the Senators and the Stars. However, what lines are you looking at currently?
Yeah. I'm also still trying to figure out like the whole how the tie situation works, respectfully, like in their record kind of thing. But nonetheless, I'm telling you, Panthers at the Sabres. Sabres are kind of one of those low end teams. I guess they had a decent season last season, if I remember correctly. Kind of up in the rising. I don't know if it's necessarily enough to carry that momentum for next season, as they're 1-3 with only 2 points. Panthers being the returning champions. They are even on the road. However, give me just the money line simply on that one. Another one that I was kind of looking at.
The money line on who? Are you for the Panthers or
for the Sabres? Sorry, money line on the Panthers. Yeah,
money line on the Panthers. Yep. Okay.
Yep, minus 140. Another one I was kind of looking at was Bruins visiting the Avalanche. I know that line's all the way up 260 for Colorado, but I think they end up getting a good win on that one. Bruins are have 6 points so far compared to the Avalanche's 9. So if there were a goal spread, I think, I wouldn't be surprised Boston covers that 1.5 point spread. But if you just go money line, I'd go with Avalanche.
Against the Boston Bruins, the -260.
Yep.
Nice.
Another good one. Another good one. Hurricanes at the Kings. Hurricanes yet they lose the game. They scored 8 points compared to the Kings 3. Carolina's just sitting only at a 130.
It is a good
So
line.
I'd say that's pretty good
Is there
one
injury?
as well.
Have you, we should look into some see if there's any key injuries in that one.
I wouldn't be surprised. We're
That's got to be a
looking.
reason the line is low.
Well, maybe the Kings have brought someone up or added someone. Their defender is out. They have a guard on IR. Kings injury list is a little bigger in of itself.
Nice. Okay.
I don't know.
Cool. Let's go minus 140 Hurricanes, -260 Avalanche. We could do the -147 Florida Panthers.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
That's a +296.
Decent.
Put a 25er on it.
Hey, I can argue that.
With a bonus, we got a total of $100 returns to $75.50.
Yeah.
So
I guess if anything with the old Kraken and Maple Leafs, maybe you should do the under for 6.5.
For Kraken Maple Leaf, haven't they both?
Yeah, and that's if you want to do a separate parlay. I'm just looking at the bet and saying it. Just do the under.
Yeah. We can we should reconvene tomorrow at some point and see if we can discuss some game time decisions. I'm down to do some live betting too. But for right now, the Magic Dose Tweek and Kai Show collabed parlay of the week. We're gonna go with the NHL. We have all money lines for you tonight. We got the Florida Panthers -147, Colorado Avalanche -260, Carolina Hurricanes -140. We got +296 odds with a 2% boost, +302. We're going to put 25 bucks on it to win 75 for a crisp $100 bill. So that is that. That one is boom. We're placed.
Yep. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.
Heck yeah. Cool. Those are actually earlier games, huh? 1 p.m.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Nice.
Or earlier. Is this because sometimes these gambling sites are like based on other countries' times?
Yeah. There you go. Right.
But yeah, fuck, man. What else is popping?
A whole lot of nada. I think last week was the big popping one. Hit the old pumpkin patch with daughter and fam. Yeah, I think this weekend we're just kind of laying low.
Yeah,
enjoying some sports as always.
Yeah,
and we are crack-a-lacking. We are swapping. Little shock top.
Well, we cannot miss one of the biggest topics that we could possibly be talking about. How about Fusion Fight League's absolute banger of a bombshell for Fusion Fight League seasons beatings, December 13th, Great Falls, Montana. Let me lead off with the preview of shout out Dakota Rough Roads. Dakota Rough Roads, she is back doing Muay Thai, her absolute favorite. She gets to throw the kicks. She's going to kick this girl directly in the face, and it's going to be one hell of a night. So we're going to be around, and then yeah, I bet you hopefully I have some fight news here pretty soon. I heard some rumblings in the Twitter sphere, I guess we can call it, and hopefully we have that announcement soon. I'm staying in camp. I've been grinding for about 4.5, 5 weeks now, just because I know something big's coming, and and I can't wait to announce that news. And hopefully I get everybody to tune in. But back to Fusion Fight League, seasons beating, 17 fights, 3P. We're going, huh?
Oh, tenfold. As long as you have your schedule cleared.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
schedule
depending on
should be
how it is.
cleared because that's my girlfriend's fight. So can't
Yeah,
go
I
out
was
there
about to
and
say, hopefully, hopefully everyone's on kind of the same page with you two. I could only imagine how that would be, given circumstances pending your fight news.
Mhm.
Who kno- I could just see the volcano erupting on that.
Yeah, at this
Hey, it'd be
point,
great old time. It'd be great
yeah,
content. I'll tell you
if
that.
they announced my fight for the same night, I'd probably say no. Like I've never said no to a fight, but I that's unfair. We've been training for Dakota. She had a signed contract before me. I know she's not making money, but I know they can find me a date that's not my girlfriend's fight. Come on. Um,
Yeah,
so so you'd hope, but nonetheless, I know that Flow State Athletics is going to be going crazy. Have you been down in the room lately?
I actually finally found my way down this past Thursday. So,
Nice. So you're going to try to
um,
be heading in there leading up to these fights.
yeah, it'll be a lot easier. And, like, pulling out one excuse out of the other for a guy who isn't a fighter but still trains like I'm trying to fight, even though not really. You can't really fight on 1 week fight, right? Exactly, like a dysfunctional sock and bop robot. But I know obviously when it comes to coaching wrestling, when it comes to that season, it'll be a lot easier for me to be down there since I'll already be down there.
Mm.
So, um, but yeah, I swear with work, if I got paid to fight, that'd be one thing. Even if I were to be very low level for fighting, like skill wise and all
But
that
no, that's
stuff.
not the point. I think it would be absolutely great if you hopped in there once, just put an absolute drill pace on somebody, a quarter turn.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Lift and return, baby, lift and return.
Yeah, just don't even stand up and bag. Just start in the stance, right?
Mhm.
Go
It's
for a
got to be
blast
done.
double. Hopefully, you don't eat a knee, right? As long as you don't eat a knee, then you're
Cannot
good.
seriously, don't eat a knee. You wouldn't be pro though, so that's good. You shouldn't eat a knee.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly,
you
right.
should. That's the key word. Shouldn't.
Yeah. No, but I still would like to be obviously down there. I know summertime just sucks because that's when work is working properly, right? But it kind of makes like it would make sense in theory. Like I'm obviously busy when it comes to summertime, but wintertime I'd be down there more. And obviously, like if cards continue to be like this when it's season beatings for Fusion Fight League, like that's the kind of more important time for me to be down there in theory. So because
Mhm.
obviously Dave, king of all coaches and all that stuff in the fight.
2024
In the fight.
fighter of the coach of the year. I actually heard rumblings that there might be a little boxing match for him, but that's for him to announce, not me. So,
Ooh, I wonder.
mm,
So
hell yeah. Fuck,
it'll be on
man.
the receiving end. Yeah,
Should we play one
no,
$5 Minesweeper and call her a day?
you got to do that, right?
Might as well
No, I still need to toss you 100 so that we can actually
do a
do
same
stuff like
gamer.
this. But yeah, no, I'm excited to kind of get back in there. It was good. It seems like a couple new people keep coming in, a couple people that were there but left, but now they're coming back too. So the big thing is trying to deal with the new owners. For those that
Mhm.
come in maybe after 6 o'clock when the ball closes, right?
Mhm.
But it is what it
Screaming.
is. So yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Those lines. I'm excited for those lays. I can't wait for those.
All right, here we go.
And where I stay away from right off the bat.
You
So
stay away from here.
yeah.
Wow. That hurt.
Mm,
All right, last one.
yep.
I went too quick. Ready?
No, it's all good.
Where should
Clear
we
out the
go?
bottom right.
Clear out the whole bottom right.
Bottom right. Yep. Wow. What does that put us?
We are up $2.50. We lost $5 on the last one. We could cash. Nickel and dime up.
Yeah, good.
Oh, it was the top right corner. Good one.
It's all right.
Oh, let's get this back.
Clear the edge.
Is that 2 edges in a row? There's a lot of edges.
Wow. Pull. No.
We had it all. Ready? Last
Ready.
one, since we're still close.
Yep.
Ouch. All right.
No, it's my fault. I didn't say anything. But
anyway.
No, that's funny.
Oh, Minesweeper taketh and Minesweeper giveth.
Yeah, but this time it tooketh. That's for sure. So,
yes, sir. That's a bummer.
Yeah, big bummer. But guess what? We still have the weekend to figure stuff out.
Oh, so. Yeah, we got a ton. We got a ton of bets out. We got our NHL out. We have bare knuckle out. We were gonna have what's it called?
Do you want to do the courtesy NFLA too, real quick?
A courtesy NFLA. If I win a hand of blackjack, one $5 hand, I'll fucking lay. If not,
all right,
no.
Why not? Let's get
NFL going. Has been fucking so rough, so fucking rough.
That's what's beautiful about it, baby. Speaking of beautiful, I think we're gonna dabble into that. Oh.
All righty, here. Let's see let me share this, and then if we win this hand, we can do a NFLA. If not, I will do like a game time. I am gonna do something with the UFC. I just have not really decided yet.
Who's fighting the UFC?
I actually have no idea. So anyway, let's deal it. Hit.
Might as well. Yeah, I was about to say I was 21 per year, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a dub. So we're gonna do ourselves a courtesy.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Is that how the life decisions are happening now? If I win a hand of blackjack?
Yeah. There you go.
Courtesy NFLA. Can we keep it on the as safe as possible side for this week? Let's get just a plus 100 odds.
Yeah, absolutely. I got something lined up if you're ready.
Yeah, I'm listening. But yeah, I'm definitely all ears. We should discuss a couple of these. But yeah, what are we thinking?
Kansas City, New England, and Denver.
See what Kansas City, New England, and Denver. Where the fuck is Denver? Denver versus not the Cowboys. No.
Yeah, Denver versus New York.
New York. Minus 116. It's a good one. I'm down. Is there an alternative outside the Kansas City Chiefs?
Safe bet wise?
Not really, because the Kansas City Chiefs are minus 1,000.
Oh, I'd say Packers then.
Say Packers. Minus Green Bay Pack. Yeah, that's a plus 117. I like that. New England Patriots. I know that Tennessee Titans are in rough shape. New England Patriots have kind of found a little bit of a rhythm, at least against bad teams. Denver Broncos at home. Green Bay Packers against Arizona Cardinals. Love it. Let's place it. This is it. Little 20 for 20.
Can't argue that.
So the courtesy NFL parlay of the week. The Tweek and Kai Show collab. The Tweek and Kai collab. New England Patriots. I'm going to restart.
Rewind.
The King Kai and the Tweekaford. NFL courtesy parlay of the week. 3 picks, money lines, New England Patriots, Denver Broncos, Green Bay Packers. All of them coming in at over minus 300. We're still taking home plus 117 odds. That is placed. That's 2 3 pickers that we're going to be sweating. Is it tomorrow? Yep. No. Tomorrow on Monday.
Tomorrow on Sunday.
Correct. Yep, you're right. Ugh. Oh boy. Let's go.
Yep.
Right at an hour too. Look at us go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not too shabby for just an episode without a recap, pretty much, right? Since we already did our recap. So
what do you got going the rest of the night? Gonna sit out here and make videos?
Yeah, pretty much.
Hell yeah.
But
oh cool.
Yeah, I think that's it on my end. I mean, I can just lay some bets all day. Given the fact that I'm not really laying the bets since it's not my money, but
I know. I definitely don't it's tough. It's definitely tough, but we're having fun. We're having fun, right?
Grand old time.
And I have to keep my money I actually have to keep my money in my bookie right now because Bitcoin's still going down. And once Bitcoin looks like it's going to be on the up and up, we're going to transfer we're going to cash out our winnings.
To the boo!
Yeah. Get that. Because I mean, even if we raise an extra, well, I mean, what is it? I think it's down 18% right now. If we just got the 18% back, that's a good return, better than a bank account. So
there you go.
It's all about timing because eventually somebody's gonna pull it, and I'm someone. As soon as I see that shit hit all-time highs, I'm out, and then I wait for it to go back down again. But anyway,
yeah, that's what life is. I got. When you pull out, right?
Yep, it's all about when you pull out. Do you think Vanderbilt's gonna cover the -2 spread against LSU?
Now we're talking about college. How much time you got?
Well, Dave Portnoy, the founder of Barstool, or the president of Barstool.
Hey, Portnoy of Barstool, huh?
$212,000 for Vanderbilt to cover the -2 spread.
Who's the playing?
The LSU Tigers. Go Tigers. That's a. I don't know.
Where are they at?
Where are they at? I actually have no idea. LSU versus Vanderbilt.
Oh, I guess I could look up too.
It is at Vanderbilt.
At Vanderbilt. See, that's a big key one. I don't think LSU is ranked, or if they're ranked, they're maybe
LSU
20s.
LSU is ranked number 10, Vanderbilt 17.
Ooh. Well, yeah, their only losses against, Ole Miss, which is Ole Miss is up there too.
I don't know if I tail Portnoy, but I know that he's like, I love Vanderbilt and LSU.
Not 2.5, -2.
Yeah.
At that point, he's probably just predicting them to win.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily argue it. Vanderbilt. Well, Vanderbilt's ranked 17th also. 1-5-1. Them favored, huh? I mean, obviously, if you're a man with a plan, you got deep pockets. I mean, I won't argue it.
I felt that.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think too. I think Vandy just got fresh off the road, losing the Bama, a close game too. By the way, if I remember correctly.
Is
No, that was 2
Bama
weeks
cooking,
ago.
or do they not? Or I thought that Bama sucked this year.
Bama started cooking after they had that bad loss to Florida State, like at the beginning of the year. They had what was it? They beat Georgia, and then they ended up beating Missouri. Oh, Mizzou, although I think maybe Mizzou might have been a tad bit a little overrated at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But they still figured out a way to get a W there, even though Mizzou covered the spread, right? Only lost by 3 points. And then I think it was -3.5. And then I think they played Vandy and they lost. I can't remember off the top of my head. Let's just double check to make sure I'm just not spewing out BS here.
If Tweek has time while he's looking this stuff up, I'm gonna try to sit here and we're gonna do our best to get this on Spotify and the other podcast apps. So we're gonna sit here for a bit and try to figure that out if we both have time, and then we will go from there. So
start playing your Jeopardy music now.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, it wasn't the game after that. Okay. That was last week we played Bandy and they kind of got smashed.
Hey, I gained a subscriber
during
this episode. Let's go.
About. What it's all about. Yeah, I'm just saying. See, the thing with college, like home field advantage and visiting, like it's a much bigger fluctuation.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, I said that right. I don't know. I might have been thick-tongued when I said it. By the way, inside joke, but like the swings, it's not just difference in momentum there. Like literally, it's like just the waves of momentum can swing very heavily from one side to the other. And it's just still trying to lead back to what I would do.
What are you even talking about? Or which one
well,
are we
I'm still trying to draw it back to Vandy versus LSU, justifying the -2.5 for Vandy. Once again, all it has to do
it's not even -2.5, it's -2.
It's even -2. That's just insane. Baffling. But yeah, I don't know. LSU's tough. Vandy, surprisingly, has been pretty tough in of itself too. But I think overall, I probably would put 2.5 on Vandy. So yes, after the elongated analysis. All right. I say the last time I think LSU was on the road and there were dogs. I tried picking them, but they lost to Ole Miss. So,
well, hell yeah, that's all I got.
Yep, that's pretty much all I got to. So I definitely exerted the last little bit of energy I had on that. So, yeah, not much else. Hey, I know. How about you figure it out? Speed it up. Figure it out. Still trying to figure it out. Can't figure it out. But no, brain farts. Brain farts are kicking in. So therefore, it's definitely time to skedaddle on out and say our fare thee wells. So can't wait to see you all on the other end when all those lays hit and we come rolling in with the Brinks truck for the bank, bringing in the dough, if you will. But nonetheless, for those that tuned in, thank you. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, everything and all that is at Poor Puff Predict. And pretty much we'll catch you next time. So I'm just saying, I just love the whole hockey jersey.
See you guys. It was a great night, great episode.
I'm Tweek, I'm Kai. I pour it, he puffs it, we predict it. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.